Are you ready for the heavyweight championship of the world? Are you ready?
All right, and we're back. My name is Bill, and I'm ready to fight.
And my name's Barry, and I'm ready to fight.
All right, I want a good, clean fight. Let's get it on.
All right, so guys, welcome to Ann in This Corner, where we settle the score once and for all on who's the best. That includes best music, best shows, best movies, best anything, basically. So this week, what are we talking about, Bill?
We are talking about the Verzuz that is coming up Tuesday, August 3rd, between the Lox and Dipset.
All right, cool. So if we don't agree, basically, it's an easy way to solve it. It's easy. The audience, you guys, you split the difference. A lot of this is based on opinion. But my mama always said, if 2 or more people agree, that means it's a fact. Well, 5 or more people agree, that means it's a fact. So if you're watching this and you got a difference of opinion, or you subscribe to whatever me and Bill talking about, just put your thoughts down in the comment section and just let us know what you think. Add your 2 cents.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All right, so again, talking about the Lox versus Dipset. Honestly, I did not see this one coming. We did another prediction or must-sees or our wish list a few weeks ago, matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, and this was nowhere to be found. But I did say, I think it was time to see Camp versus Camp. So the Lox is really a rap group. However, Dipset is more of a faction. It's not, if you go into the history of between Dipset, it's not just Jim, Cam, and
it's like
Joel.
No Limit Soldiers.
It's like No Limit, absolutely. Yeah, it's like No Limit Soldiers. So you got everybody from Hell Rail, Unkasa, Freaky Zeke. So you got those people over there, but then really with the Lox, you're talking about D Block. Now, if it would have been faction, it would be D Block, but then they only had one other guy who was with D Block, and they dropped him. I can't even remember his name, but
that's the interesting part that lies with this Verzuz is just, what are we including? What are we expecting? Because if we saw anything from the Bobby Brown versus Keith, some stuff is like, the expectation was, I think Keith was expecting Bobby to play solo records when he's like, nah, I'm playing some of my indie records too. So with this, I'm not gonna lie, I'm assuming that they're just including your main characters. I think I'm assuming that Dipset is only including Cam, Jules, and Jim. I don't know, but I may be wrong. So now we're gonna actually get into predictions on who we think will win. We're gonna look at some of the catalogs. But Bill, like, you tell me what you're thinking. Do you think that it's all fair game? Like, they could play whatever is included in that faction, or is it just?
I tell you what, this was gonna happen. They are definitely going to play individual records. There's no way that,
sure. I think that's fair.
There's no way that Dipset does not play We Fly High.
Mm-hmm.
Ballin'. There's no way that Cam doesn't play maybe Horse and Carriage.
Horse and Carriage, Hey Mom.
Hey Mom.
Yeah, all of that.
They're too big for them not to play those songs. So they would definitely play individual songs. Same thing, I think on the other side, same thing with Kiss. You probably hear a lot of him. Knock Yourself Out. Styles a lot P, of his solo stuff. Styles P, you definitely playing Good Times.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot. I mean, we'll get into their catalog later. I guess to make it easier, I think they match up well. So now I'm gonna ask you, are there any advantages or disadvantages that you're looking at with this group, with this matchup?
The only advantage I see would possibly be you have Jim Jones, who is continuing to put out music today, and he is featured. He's being featured and stuff. So they may have a slight advantage that way. However, Kiss is still very, very much relevant. Styles P, I know as far as one of the bigger songs that I can recall that he was on was BMF, but that's obviously been over 10 years ago.
And don't the advantage, I think it depends because all right, so the way the writing credits happened with Bad Boy back in the day, they're very, very slippery. It's a slippery slope. But everybody says Mace, the Lox, they were they were writers on some of Bad Boy's early hits. So
of course,
that's an edge for the Lox to where they have some ghostwriting credits or writing credits. I don't know which ones are official, which ones aren't, but I just know some songs they participated in, a lot of P. Diddy lyrics. So that's an advantage.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't think they play songs they're not on though. They can't do that against Dipset. Now Jada did that. He played one song that he wrote against Fab. But
I forgot. This is second go around. I don't forget about that.
But for him to play a song that he wrote that they're not featured on, Cam, Dipset, they're gonna say something about that.
Yeah.
So
both of these groups know how to talk trash. Like I think this is going to be good for TV because they're entertaining. Like the first meme I ever remember seeing is "You Mad," and that's Cameron. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that's the first meme I ever remember. Yeah. So both of these groups are cultural. The trash talk is going to be on 10. 100. I like to say, and if I had to say another advantage that both of these guys share. They had a solo artist just have like a separate from the group and had a lot of monster hits. So that's Dipset has Cameron, and then the Lox has Jadakiss, who had that sweet spot in the 2000s where he had a lot of hits.
Yeah. So, he was with Mariah. He was with Nas.
But he was everywhere. Here's the disadvantage for both of them. I think with the Lox, because of their contract disputes, whatever, we got robbed of a lot of music in a crucial era. So they're not really out there like that. I know Jadakiss still releases music and stuff like that, but it's more for his hardcore fan base. But like you said, with Jim Jones still being relevant and all that stuff, it's just that's a huge advantage the other way. And then I remember same disadvantage. Jules, at one point, people was ready to crown Jules. Like
Jules was supposed to be next.
He was right after Lil Wayne. Yeah, like he was supposed to. Yeah, and then he just fell off the face.
What was the mixtape? I Can't Feel My Face.
Yep. I remember that was my. Yeah,
so that was my, now I will tell you this. I I went to New York back in this was don't tell my age, 05, summer of 05, I think it was. And when I tell you, it was, I think the Lox kind of were they kind of had a little issue with 50 around that time. Matter of fact, they had an issue with 50. And I know, right? Man, when I tell you, when I walked through New York, man, the mix, because mixtapes was heavy. Yeah. You can just hear the diss song that Jada and Styles had against 50. Man, you would hear it. I actually ended up buying a few mixtape CDs while I was up there. That culture is totally different. This is a New York Verzuz. It's not for Florida. It's not for LA, Texas, Houston. That's New York. Yep. You got Harlem versus the versus Yonkers. Yeah, Harlem versus Yonkers. So they got stuff with DMX and you got stuff over here with Mace and just the whole Harlem swagged out. Because remember, now I will say this, as far as a faction, Dipset has more influence in hip hop.
Yeah, both of them are regional. However, culturally, Dipset has found a way to kind of bleed through more regions. So they're a little bit more cultural to where
they have more culture because remember, as far as the pink, everybody's starting pink.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I look at Dipset, I understand it with the Lox. That's like when people used to move from New York to South Florida, they used to be jamming to that uptown music, and we was on like Trick Daddy and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But Cam and Dipset were always the ones that found a way for like people, regardless of where they were, to kind of like pull from their culture. So they're to me, they're not as regional as the Lox. So I like the fact that you brought that up. I had that in my notes for later on. But you started mentioning some stuff already. I guess like let's start looking at their catalogs, like stuff that we know they're gonna play.
All right, so let's go to the Lox.
Uh-huh.
You know they're gonna play. They have to hit the bad boy era.
Money, Power, Respect, All About the Benjamins.
Yep.
Yeah, and then right, they have to hit the Rough Riders era as well. So you got Wild Out. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, you know they're definitely gonna play. We Always Love Big Papa.
Yes.
Just all of those hits from Bad Boy. A lot of mixtape stuff that we don't know about, but DJs and the New York people, they're gonna like, man, this is my jam. This is my jam. Yeah. You know, they're playing The Good Times by Styles P, which is, you know, the I Get High. They're gonna play Good Love, which has that Better Right beat by it depends on how, and also for Jadakiss, it depends on how much solo records they give him, but he could play We Gonna Make It, Knock Yourself Out, Why, Best of Me remix with Maya. He might not play that, but that is a big that's almost like Jadakiss had the most memorable part on that song. I could see him playing that verse on the Nas song. Jada's definitely gonna he's getting into those bags. There's nothing that, you know, he's getting into they're getting into all those bags because they have to.
Yep. So that's like, if we, based off of what we just named like Money, Power, Respect, All About the Benjamins, Wild Out, Ride or Die Chick, We Always Love Big Papa, that's 5. We Gonna Make It, Knock Yourself Out, Why, Best of Me remix, You Make Me Wanna, Time's Up, Got It All, I Get High.
24 Hours to Live.
Yep. So if I'm rounding it, that's like a good 14 tracks or whatever. That's like, okay. And then they got some more in the bag to where
Mighty D Block, Chic Luch. Oh yeah, they definitely.
To be honest, they might not even have time to play that much mixtape stuff, but they will. So it's like,
they'll play it.
Yeah,
they'll play it.
15 commercial, maybe like 5 mixtape stuff. Now with camera on them, what are you expecting?
Oh man, you got Diplomatic Immunity. Yeah, the first one with the double disc. They go part 2. So you got
I Really Mean It. And by the way, at my probate show, this is the song I came out to, which is in Sigmaland. Y'all know him as Turbo. It was We Fly High, Ballin'. So that was like the biggest song that year. So that they playing that.
They're gonna play that.
Oh boy.
They're playing Oh Boy.
Dipset Anthem.
They're playing Dipset Anthem. They play
Santana's Town.
Santana's Town.
Yeah.
Santana's Town.
For Cameron, he playing Horse and Carriage. Hey Ma. Get 'em Girls, maybe. Down and Out.
They'll probably play Get 'em Girl. Something off the Purple Haze album. They'll play some of that. They may play Summer in Miami. I don't know. We'll see.
Now here's the funny thing to notice. I noticed that we seem to name when we were going, because I was doing this when I was coming up with my notes. I just basically went with songs that I could think of off the top of my head. It was easier for me to think of songs off the top of my head for the Lox. However, for Dipset, even we just did it now, we came up with about 11 to 12 songs. But not to say that means that it's going to skew towards the Lox.
No, because you still got, I mean, yes. So you got to think, if you go like mixtapes, or not even mixtape, but you got their individual verses when they were featured. You know what I'm saying? So you still got, what is Santana the Great? You got, man, Taking the Church.
Yeah,
them boys got some heat.
I remember
I'm about it.
Yep.
I'm about it.
Yep. So I mean, without any further ado, I guess we listed off they tracks or whatever, they possible tracks. And now we're gonna talk about who do you think will win, and I guess you're gonna have to justify it on why.
All right, so we're gonna go into our percentages.
Yeah, by the way, I already told you what I'm doing. Whoever I think is going to win, I'm going with the opposite. So whatever I tell you guys, that's the opposite of probably what I think. So, but I'm guessing against the opposite because I'm always wrong on these.
So this is what I'm going to do. You want to go first or you want me to go first? I'll go.
Okay, go ahead.
So if I had to guess, I'm going to go ahead and put it's 50-50. I'm going straight down the middle. They're both a great on their own. It's kind of like if you go back to our last prediction, it was Bobby Brown and Keith Sweat, right?
Keith Sweat, yep.
You can kind of tilt at that point. You can tilt the percentages a little more skewed towards Bobby Brown because we know Bobby Brown. How we know that because we know of that Monster album that he put out and the hit songs. But with these guys, I'm calling it down the middle because when you think about a song over here, I can have a song over here. I got a song over here. I got a song over here. So with me, I'm going down the middle. I got it 50-50.
All right. And this is the closest we've ever been. I'm going 51-49. All right. So this is the closest we've ever been. I'm always doing landslides.
All right.
That's why I get in trouble. It's the first time I'm on par with at least what you said.
Okay.
I'm going 51-49, and I'm giving a slight edge, obviously a slight edge because it's 2 points to Dipset because Dipset is a little bit more cultural. The Lox can seem regional at times during certain eras. Basically with that, I'm giving a slight edge to them. Slight edge because the Lox, they participated. The thing that helps them out the most is they participated in some historical moments in the hip hop era, in like two eras, right? The 90s and that 2000s era, to where slight edge to Dipset, mainly because like, I don't know, like they're still relevant today with kids because of the reality shows, the memes that goes on, and every once in a while it's an interview that they go live and they do something that's just weird and it ends up trending because they're just hilarious. So I think, and that's just the swag that people from Harlem have. For some reason, Harlem knows how to influence culture. Like me and you love New Jack Swing. It was born in Harlem, right?
Yeah.
Cam and them boys. Cam is almost bigger. Like he's on one of the most popular hood movies ever, right? He's on one of the most popular memes ever. And then some of the most iconic music for that era. So 51-49. So that way, if I'm wrong, I'm only 2 points off. I'm not gonna be mad if
I can't be mad at that because like you said, especially Jim Jones. Jim Jones is still relevant today because everybody knows about the weatherman. Well, sorry, not weather, because he said weatherman.
Yeah.
He taps his foot on the ground. So everybody knows that. But man, I just got it, man. We probably we're gonna hear great music.
Yep.
We're gonna go back and remember, as we always do. Man, boy, I can remember this song. It's gonna be one of those moments, as usual, and they're gonna talk, noise to each other, but
it's gonna be
like a friendly.
It's gonna be
those guys know. Yeah. And I've been watching Instagram. So both Styles P, it's been Styles P and Jim Jones.
And Jim Jones,
active.
Yes.
They've been the most active.
Remember, they've been homies since day one because even in the horse and carriage video, the Lox is in it.
Yeah.
So they've always had a relation. Well, I definitely remember Styles P being in there. I don't know if everyone was in there, but they're cool. And they always, one thing about these groups is they always had bars. So people who have a mind like that are witty, they naturally could rank on each other. So we're gonna see some funny moments. I'm expecting the stuff that I expected from Bow Wow versus Soulja Boy, where I thought it was gonna be some great trash talking. I'm probably gonna get from them, and I'll be cool with that. FYI, like I was on a family vacation and I lost my phone when the news of this came out, and Bill has a unique way of texting me. He could text me through my MacBook, and he was the one that updated me on this versus battle, and it made sense when I saw it. So I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely makes sense. Man, because you got their individuality. Like those guys were, I remember when the Lox first got to Rough Riders.
Yeah,
Like,
I was that was my 6th grade year, I believe. Or
oh wow.
I was yeah, we both showing our age right now.
Man, I remember when they first got there because it was the whole free Lox, free the Lox, free the Lox,
Yeah,
free the Lox.
and see, I was too young to even understand
Man,
context. So
listen.
I wasn't able to connect the dots that the Lox were those guys from the All About the Benjamins videos until years later. I didn't know none of that stuff. For me, I was introduced to them through Money, Power, Respect and All About the Benjamins. And I had the No Way Out album and they was on the cover, but I didn't put two and two together that, these the same guys from like Rough Riders.
Yeah.
So
matter of fact, to go back, the song was Made You Look, Nas, the remix with Jada and Jada and Ludacris.
You a slave to a page in my rhyme book.
Man, look, man.
That's the thing. Depending on what Jadakiss want to do, like he was your go-to. Him and Fabulous were your go-tos for like remixes around that time. So
Jada is probably out the group. Jada's probably the best rapper.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, now I got Jada as the best rapper in the group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people would.
Yeah, and then a lot of people, a lot of hip hop heads may even give Styles P number 2.
Yeah.
I mean, they made like people like who really knows.
Well, you talking about just the Lox? You're not talking about on stage.
No, I'm talking about between both.
Okay, between both.
Rap.
Yeah, between
the rapping.
Yeah, between both of them, I would say most people would say it's those two. But I was going to say a lot of people are in the camp that Styles P may be a better lyricist than Jadakiss. So but they have the two best lyricists on stage. I get it, but them boys on the other side,
them boys on the other side though,
they just have big records. They got
another reason why, and I hope that they put Arsonist. I think it's Arsonist. He's the guy. Was the Heat Makers? The Heat Makers is the one that's responsible for that sound, like that sound for the Diplomats.
Yeah,
like,
just
speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, they were like the first ones I remember because I feel like Kanye took that and did something else with it, but they used to take samples but keep the voice in it. So and then they sped it up.
If you go on Instagram and look up the Heat Makers, the one of the main producers is Arsonist, and I follow him on Instagram now because I know me and my homeboy Gino, we always talk about it, man. And the beats that this man comes up with is ridiculous, and he laced them with the sound that was Dipset. Like that's Dipset.
Yep.
So he is synonymous with Dipset. Hopefully he's the DJ. I will hope that he's the DJ.
That's what I was going to ask you that next. Who do you predict will be the DJ or whatever? But
if it's me, I would have Swiss. I know it's, whatever.
Swiss not going to do it though.
But I would have Swiss as my DJ.
Yeah.
Here, Arsonist.
I forgot they can do two DJs. It's just
they're gonna do TJ. They're going to do TG DJs.
Two DJs, yeah.
They are doing two DJs for sure.
Yeah, it's just it's gonna get a little rowdy because obviously, like you said, those two boroughs or whatever. So that's the thing. Like with this, huh?
And it's
I don't know.
Square Garden?
Bro, all I know about this, I haven't been on Instagram to even look up predictions. Whatever you told me, that's the only flyer that I got from it. I didn't know they were doing this at MSG. Are you sure?
If I'm not mistaken, I'll check it out. But if I'm not mistaken, it is in Madison Square Garden, bro.
All right, they got a neutral playground. I was gonna say Apollo would have been a nice destination, but that's in Harlem, so I believe so.
Yeah. I do believe it's in live from Madison Square Garden.
Right. That means what you call it got money. They got money. Verzuz got money. Like,
they got no.
Right. You can't ask to borrow the building. Like I can understand Barclays, you know, whatever, you get the little small floor there, but not
even Barclays though, like
but Barclays be letting comedians chill. So it's like the price tag probably not the same as MSG. So if they're doing MSG, that means Verzuz is going, the sponsorships is looking right about now.
I mean, so, you know, Ciroc will be there.
Yeah.
Ciroc will be in the building.
As will we. I mean, I'm interested to see this. You said it's Tuesday, right?
It's Tuesday, August 3rd. I definitely will have it on. I will be watching.
We'll be watching live, and we'll be
watching live.
I'll be texting you during and after, and we'll be back here to talk about it. So,
yes,
hey, that's so I got 51-49.
I got 50-50.
Hey, you know what? Are we tripping or what y'all got? Let us know who you think will win. You think it's going to be a domination, or you think it's just going to be a tie, like kind of like how we have it almost.
Yeah.
So just let us know what you think. Also, feel free if we were wrong on saying that the two best lyricists resides in the Lox camp. Hey, correct us. Put your 2 cents down below.
Yes,
and
sir.
Just let us know. Outside of that, Bill, you got anything else you need to say?
Hey, continue to follow us. Continue to comment, subscribe, like. Please subscribe to our page. Tell your friends to tell a friend to tell a friend. We're giving you great content. Great. Barry is great with the adding the images and everything. And I'm just here just trying to find my way. So please like, comment, and subscribe.
All right. I couldn't have said it better myself. Outside of that, Bill, peace.
Peace.